we're starting with border noises. As a warm-up, because I've just sculled my second cup of coffee and it's not working yet, so... Alright, if you like random barking noises and too much coffee, remember to subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. And if you are not, subscribe anyway. Subscribe to everything. Everything! Okay. I'm a little manic right now. Let's just try and remember. Let's just calm down. Remember how to live stream. First things first, tell people the live stream is happening. If you do not do that, they will not know. They won't know. They simply will not know. Ah! Hello. Wait, no, I'm not late. Hello, Elliot Vol. Hello, Night World. This time he's late. Spike him. No. Hello, late. I say. No, I'm not. Did Diet Savings change again? Wait, hang on. Nope. Hello, I take that back. He's not late. Thank you. 20 seconds we can forgive. I was typing. The propaganda for the stream. Wow, that was a noise in my throat that just happened. Okay, there's that. And I need to spam more over here. Spam. Oh, hooray! Ralston's back. Lovely. When was that? That was 2 days ago. Oops. Never mind. Alright, let's just go over here. Go over here. Go to general. Okay, there we go. And very good. I have spammed in all the places. No, we can't forgive. No, forgive me, please. I need all the karma I can get. I am making a poll to spite Sean. I hope I haven't encouraged people to annoy Sean about the whole pole armor thing, because he's a busy lad. He doesn't need that. But I also just find it just baffling and funny how much he hates Poles. Not Poles as in Polish people, just to put this in context. Poles as in, like, the block and from the devs. You gotta be so careful talking on the internet. It can go bad so easily. But I've rebuilt the shipyard. Woo! Is it on the workshop? Also, which shipyard? Is it this... Which shipyard was it? There's a lot of shipyards. Okay, then. La-da-da. Put on the hub. Oh yeah, fun fact. I made an Instagram account for my art, and I'm like... You know what I never realized about Instagram? It's a really ugly website. Like, I am not putting that on my phone. Ever. I don't need that in my life. But just in a browser, Instagram's just so ugly. It's just... It just looks bad. It's like, ugh. It being Stone Light Channel 3, it's full of polls. Excellent! Alright, let's just check this. Bruno Hub. Yes, it's ugly mostly because it's Facebook, but for Zoomers. Ew. Ew. Well, I guess I will link my Instagram and also my Kara account, like, at some point when, like, there's actually more stuff on there. I can link my Kara account, there's stuff on there. Anyway. But yeah, gods, it's like, what do they do? Like, the whole point of Instagram is to, I thought, look at pictures, right? Like, right? You look at pictures and videos, stuff like that. But the thing is, if the background's hideous, who wants to do that? I may or may not have kept the work in progress name. Okay, gotcha. I pinned that, very good. Right, I need all the spreadsheets open, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Documents. Okay, so craft sheet and craft states. Go to the new tab. It's funny, like, I do this every week, but every time it's like, wait, what do I do again? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Alright. Okay. Got the spreadsheets open. Need to get... Well, first things first, I want to look at this updated shipyard. Alright, so, just to show people where we're at, there's a lot of orange on the sheet, but the end is in sight. So next is... Well, we didn't manage to do the Hickory, so we should do that. Alright, so Hickory and Tiamat. Those are the two things, and we'll probably have a fair amount of notes on them. Then the Reaper. Yeah, so end is in sight. It's not far away, folks. Well, at least for this stage. Because then, what we'll be doing is going and checking... Well, then after that, well, I have to go to the stuff I've made and go fix that, because that's my #1 responsibility. It's ugly mostly because... Okay, right, no, I've already read that. Alright, so... Over here, Starlight Present... Wait, hold on. Yeah, Starlight Channel full of poles. Right, okay, Naval 2 test weird, see was bad, someone... Yeah, you should have renamed the blueprint file, what the hell am I looking at? Okay, so, just to be clear on the spreadsheet, let's have a look-see here. Where was it? Structures... Oh, right, it's this, alright. Alright, so the shipyard, the airship spawn. Right, so that's what you were doing, and that was orange and doesn't have any notes on it for some reason. Was that correct, Elivo? Alright, let's go here. Please let this thing not be corrupt because its file name is too long. That would make me cry. That would make me cry big blue tears. Like, tears. Tears of the Kingdom is a video game. What the hell was I doing? To new paste. Okay, let us hop into Plutono now that we're here. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, how are we doing today? I'm thoroughly coffeed, and my continuing existential crisis is under control. How about you? Right, first things first, I want to spawn in the old one, so we can see it. So, Starlight updated. Fortresses. Wait a minute. It should be in here, but it isn't. Wait, did I go into the wrong Starlight updated fortresses? Okay. Why is it not in there? Is it in... Whoops, is it in here? It's not in here. What the hell? It didn't get put in structures, did it? Nope. Ah, I don't have the blueprint, apparently. Hang on, we're gonna enjoy some main menu time while I go find it, so I actually know what it looks like. It's kind of work in progress back then, but then hit the block and so hard to work. It didn't burn down, so on the present, but I've been like 1 or 2 years old. That old? Wait, was this ever submitted? Must have been. Alright, let's go check the craft repository. Alright, don't mind me, please enjoy this main menu. Made specifically for you. I exited the note I wanted to use. Okay. Okay, so I present. Installations. I need to sing. Hello, Sati. I need to sing. I need to sing. I need to sing. That was weird. Twitch lost connection and just refused to reconnect until I restarted my phone. It may have been accepted in spirit that it was completed more lol. This is my best singing voice. Yep, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Starlight Presence installations, structures. It might have been, yeah, provisional. Provisional. Yeah, okay, well, it was, like, tentatively accepted because of, like, alright, well, we'll just friggin' look at it. I'm just going to assume, because I don't have an old blueprint, that it's, like, good. Alright, so shipyard. So this is, for the record, on the spreadsheet, people, what I'm looking at is this. So shipyard, doesn't make ships, is the Navalia. So that is what we're doing. So let's see. Oh gosh, this is big. Oh, neat. Oh, right. I'm in Onyx watch colors for some reason. Wait, I know what reason it is. Ah, the Icarus. I love it. Okay, let's see here. What's the block count? Why are we lagging just because? Actually, we're not lagging that much. This is beautiful. I like it. This is very pretty. Time for screenshots. Time for screenshots. Hehehe. Alright, Elivar, I think you've done really well here. Is this all fleet colors? It's very bright. So 30, 29. Wow, look at this. And we've got a scatterlet. What is this thing armed with? So we've got missile, mostly APS by the looks of it. That is plasma. Right, so that is, what is that? 132mm gun. Alright, so the checklist. We need that. Ooh, that's a good screenshot right there. Never fully accepted so long ago. Oh, still that thing that uses all 4 fleet colors? I thought it was impossible. I'd say. Also, I need to steal this for wings. I really do. Because that is pretty. Also, here's the Icarus, which looks very plain in comparison. I do like how... I do like how this, this thing I made is just kind of here. I think I made notes on... What notes? Alright, this is purely just out of my own curiosity. What was it? The Icarus... Oh, we haven't got to the Icarus yet. Wait, where the hell is it? Did it get removed off the spreadsheet? What the hell? Oh. It has one note. It just needs all-round upgrades. Well, we'll set that bridge on fire once we're standing on top of it. Alright, so this is very pretty. Now, how many decorations does this have? Just under 2,000, no biggie. Alright, where's me checklist? Where's me checklist? Alright, aesthetics and fleet colors. Approved. Sub-object clipping or excess. How many sub-objects does this have? I see lots, actually. Alright, so this can be de-sub-objectified a little bit, because all of this can be essentially replaced with deco. Like, we could replace this right here. I understand why it's done like that, but like, you don't, that's a little much. So we can cut down on the deco a little bit, and I'm just going to, while I'm here, actually type on here, because we'll name this. I will save this as the thing it's meant to be called. Alright, so, it's going to go here, can de-sub-objectify the aesthetics. Cranes. Different lighting is an airship, like what it's going to spawn. Well, my SP colors must be wrong. My yellow is much more muted. I mean, I kind of like it loud, honestly. I am a fan of bright colors these days. Alright. I make disgusting noises. Alright, so... Right, let's go over there. Is there more sub-objects? Alright, there's one there, and there's one there. Yeah, it's the cranes. Yeah, the cranes, we can cut down on the cranes just a smidge. Just a little bit. Alright. Next is functionality and combat testing. Oh, transparent clips. Do we have that? Power word. Remove decorations. Okay then. It is brick. It is brick. It is brick. Smell my hairy chin. Alright. Those do not look like transparent clips. Approved. And resource settings. This is This is a combat-y thing. This is not a resource harvesting thing, so it doesn't... That could be set higher. Probably like that. Does it have material gatherers? Because it doesn't really need those. Yep, it doesn't need those. This is not the resource fortress, so... Although it could be an HQ building or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Fortresses. Shipcraft, aircraft spawn. Airship spawn. No, this is kind of a, what you call it? A, No. We'll keep the resource gatherers because, like, I do want, a kind of steel stridery type thing where these things do spawn units, and for that they do need to have material gatherers and material storage, so material gatherers, that's fine. It's an airship, like what it's going to spawn. How bad is the chat lag, by the way? Like, I don't know. It is, like, yeah, multiple HQs. Yeah. Probably because, like, if you just have one HQ, like, the player's just gonna stampede straight forward. What the heck is going on with the power energy? Oh, heck, You mean the resource thing? I don't know why you did that. I genuinely do not know why you... Wait, what's this? Oh, that's probably why there's lagging things here. What is this? 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 What does this do? Okay, is this just purely aesthetic? Interesting. It does not appear to... Hold on. Battery storage loss. Oh! Okay! Okay. Alright, so let's have a look at the armor of this thing. I believe somebody said it was full of poles. I'm not seeing that many poles right now. That is a lot of armor over the ammo compartment, which I guess makes sense. This is a thing. Ooh, no, that's bad. Ooh, no. I understand the reasoning behind that, but that's not good. Alright, so here's another note. Turret should be placed on something more sturdy than rubber. Because what's gonna happen here, for anyone who doesn't know, let's see, is there spaced armor here? Oh, there's the poles! I found them. Alright, so what's gonna happen here is that rubber is so much more delicate than all the blocks around it. Admittedly, that is a lot of spaced armor. But it's going to, like, these turrets are going to fall. My prediction for when we combat test this thing is that these turrets are going to fall off, like, really easily. Although, wait a minute, I might be talking out of my hat a little bit. Wait, am I talking out of my hat? Okay, this one is just on rubber, so let's test. Aha! Let's do that, so... And falls off, because we're hanging on that one rubber slope. Over here, this rubber does... Wait, no, that rubber does do something. Right, I remember this. This is a little bit better because this turret is attached to the stone blocks surrounding it. But EMP, for sub-orbiters, in case anyone doesn't know, it has to go through the middle. So this is actually fine. But the... Was it the 1 meter tall turrets? I'm gonna need to be specific about that. Wait, hold on. They're over here. So this is a APS turret. And APS turret. And this over here is another APS turret. Okay, so... These are the small turrets. Small turret blocks. Hold on, I'm getting my stuff confused. Alright. Small turrets. Let's see what people are saying. Does it also run out during combat? Oh, chat lag is pretty short. Okay. I forgot to make the AI turn off the ECM out of combat. I think the pole convo is unrelated. Okay. Does it also run out during combat? Oh, hello, Inanne. I'm just going to call you that. Why is it running out now? Out of combat power surge, it makes spend less materials, but that can't keep up with the ECM. Limits the amount of materials used for engineering. It's also just not really good to insulate turrets like that, I imagine. Me as well. What I tend to do is just insulate the local weapon controller separately, which seems to work really well. I don't get my turrets EMP killed that often. Still happens occasionally, but you know, you can't have everything. But yeah, so actually, I'm gonna change the note as just like should something more than rubber turret local weapon controllers should be insulated. How to phrase this? Should be insulated separately. This is gonna require redoing the Tetris, which I know is a pain in the ass. Should be insulated on the turret, rather than turret being on a rubber base. Because, again, for anyone who might be confused, this setup here with the turret being on rubber blocks, that local weapon controller is really vulnerable to being killed by EMP by anything that hits the turret cap. So, like, in this particular setup, like, alright, you've insulated from EMP hitting the main hull, but you are in deep trouble if EMP hits the turret cap, which is actually quite likely, because the turret cap is, like, above the deck, and is there. Oh well, I need to turn it off on combat in bread. Just delete these, him on the main craft doesn't need it. I'm not going to be retrofitting this Elival. You or someone you give the thumbs up to is. My turrets are generally sitting on heavy armor that's connected to the overall heavy armor grid that handles EMP. I really need to remember to do that because it's very good and I always forget. Okay, so that is... what is that? Transparent APS clip, that's Otis resource settings, auto propulsion, it's a fortress, it doesn't matter, resource or... okay, let's combat test this thing. But I want to combat test this thing the way it looks pretty. Alright, so bearing in mind, this is an easy design. It does not need to win, it just needs to be functional. There is a difference. So, do that, and it spawns in with its friend, and it's 800,000 materials, and we're gonna throw it against... throw it against a Stone Knight thing that's 800k, because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter if it loses, really. So that is the... actually, the Tethys is one of the more functional ones, I believe. This is another Draymond design. That is, in fact... oh, yes. Oh, God's the lag. Why am I seeing... oh, are these hash... oh, dear. Alright, so... Houston, we have a problem. Alright, so the launch, Elval, did you test the launch? Because we got we got problems. Oh dear. That's pretty cunning, actually, the way that bounces up and down. Okay, let us try all that again. But let's keep a beady eyeball on the Icarus. Because the Icarus likes to fly low, but it's over the top of it, so what it tends... I'm guessing what it does is that it immediately, like, drops and sinks. Yeah, I tested out and spawned in, not spawned from out of play. Okay, so let's try... oh. Oh, hello. Okay, then. I think we got a problem. Right, so... if we do...
listening.
If we do that, bearing in mind that when it spawns in... it's interesting. Why does it start there? That's weird. Hello, get us weirded. Alright, so if we go there, and then spawn everything in... and we spawn in the Tethys again. So, let's watch the Icarus. Because, of course, my... ah, right. So it gets dragged up to where it's supposed to be, but then it bonks over there. Okay, so... no. This... bearing in mind, the player is not going to see this until it spawns in. So the Icarus really should be spawning not angled down, but just held out in front. Because I tried to make it fit inside the harbor area. Okay, that's fair enough. You don't need to worry about that. But why does it get held over the top like that? That seems very weird. I freaking love the Icarus. It's so stupid. Okay. This thing is getting Tyrannosaurus shot. Aha! Alright, these turrets are not falling off yet. I do love... This is bloody beautiful. Oh my goodness. What happened here? Oh, penetration depth shots, that's what. Oh, I love the burst of them. That's really nice. How's the Tethys doing? Whoopsie daisy. Tethys is doing absolutely fine. And this... Yep, that's one of Draymond's designs. Okay, then. Alright. So, change spawning of the Icarus. What's with the evilly orb? I believe the evil orb. This is a radar/heat decoy. It's very, it's very evil. Okay, spawner and docking station pointing different ways. Oh, pole armor happened there. Well, it shot off the big plasmid, so it's gonna be fine. Yep. Yeah, this is not optimum pole armor, by the way. Speaking as someone who uses poles a lot, this ain't it, Chief. It's also getting shot at from slightly above, so all this stuff did not help him. Oh, Sean's gonna be pissed. Okay. Biblically accurate Eye of Sauron. Yay! Very true, Ninja QE. Okay, let's have a look at the armor, because again, this doesn't need to be perfect. It really doesn't. Alright, so let us do this. And let's do left-right cutter, cutting above. Alright, so Houston, we have a problem. What do we got here? We got... Again, this is an easy design. It really doesn't need to be perfect at all. Interesting. Why is it heavy armor down there, but metal up here? You kind of do want this... There's poles and stuff. I wouldn't sweat too much about, like, this armor being perfect, but yeah. Over here, what do we got? Alright, so we've got Dr. Mageddon. Of course we do. Bearing in mind, Sean the Dev, the one who hates poles, is on the warpath about this kind of thing. Stone beam. There's no armor stack in here, basically. That is a huge plasma gun, my goodness. Alright, so we've got here, we've got medium turbines, there's the AI all the way down there. And we got, again, we have... Alright, so I'm just gonna... Alright. I'm just gonna place that note. Being face. Again, you don't want this. This not good. This turret fall off. What the hell? Oh, I've never seen it done like this before. Are you worried about EMP, Elival? I'll never understand the love for poles. Okay, I can speak only for myself. It's because I'm lazy. It's because it is kind of an air gap, kind of kinetic resistance, and you can just hit F for the fill button, and there you go, and you don't have to worry about orientating them. That's my reason for poles, and it works kind of well enough, and I am very much a good enough type person, and then I get mad when I can't solo the Laniakea with anything, because sometimes you do... Ah, whoops. Elival, we got single block spam. We got single block spam Elival. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Missileize event I just to spoof smoke and across. That wouldn't increase the combat effectiveness now. Think of only use poles on 2 tanks of mine, one of which is so small it doesn't really matter either way. Yeah, I mean, a problem with the shape is a general lack of internal area. I mean, there's internal area. Yeah, is there a reason behind this, or was this just an oopsie? Okay, then, I'm just gonna make a note there. Can reduce single block use to Optimize block count. I am accepting this, by the way. Like, I would, like, for the record, like, I love this thing, and I would not be critiquing it if I was going to reject it. So there's that. Alright, lots of poles. Again, like they're friggin' armor. Could, if you want to, can optimize armor. It is easy. Design. So don't worry too much about it. And just checking out level, I didn't see this on the workshop, so you did not put it on the workshop. I don't have to go paste all my comments there, right? Right? Moving. Okay, I didn't write anything about beam slopes. That was John. Wait, what? 95% you can just hit if beam slopes against the same, which is a fair point. Sideways facing portrait turbines. Yeah, I'm really tired of this craft. That's fair enough. We can find someone else to do it. It's okay. I mean, when you're burned out and like only come back to FTD after like 1 or 2 years, it's understandable. So don't sweat it. Plasma needs a proper air gap, no beam slopes. Chips still use fuel when they're out of play, right? Not really. If they're not moving, no. Only if they're loving. Moving. Didn't write anything about beam slopes. That was John. Moving. Okay, thanks. Yes, materials are used when out of play. Only when moving. We've established that. Alright. Okay, and yep, more optimization. Yeah, more optimization. Oh, thank you, Duker. I've done the... Also, I don't know, it's easy. I'm not really meant to beat something at the same cost. That's fine. Also, yeah, more noise. There we go. Sorry if that was loud. I'm more interested in, like, optimizing the block count, because bear in mind, the player might roll up with a huge-ass fleet, and this is a lot of 2-meter metal poles, so there's that as well. Can optimize on it, so don't worry too much about it. Can reduce single block, smaller block use. 1D blocks, 2-meter poles. Bearing in mind, whenever I tell people to do things, I am resigning myself to the fact that nobody might feel like it and I might have to do it myself. So, looking at this, looking at this, looking at this. Yeah, this is not ideal. This is not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. Yeah. Hello, Azusa. Steam engine idle consumption is not something that I play, and any thing promotion also is not. F poles, yep. Yep. Alright, so yeah, there's that. Alright, what else? There's a gap here. What is this? That also might be... Wait, did the pole performance thing, like, ever get, like, implemented in the big update and stuff? Good, because my airship uses, like, entire rat worth of materials per minute. Hello, Queen Odeco. For that matter, things in the air stay there for free when out of play there, too. Yeah. It's great. It means you can have a spy satellite just fling itself into high orbit. There you go. See here. Search protectors. Yeah, so I'm less worried about combat optimization for something like this, but I am worried about, like, performance optimization. Like, as in PC performance. And yeah, like, I felt the lag when I spooled this thing, and I think it's just because it has a lot of little poles and sub-vehicles and stuff like that. So, wait, I didn't even make a note about where the Icarus should spawn. Icarus should spawn nice and in front. Okay. I need to remember how to spell Icarus. Also, I am very flattered you use my design. Like, I am flattered. I am flat! I have been run over. Spawn in front for optimal movement. Make sure to update PP for when updated version happens. Yeah, because updated things just, they happen. Otherwise, if you crash, you crash. Wait, what? I am not the deco queen. Wait, what? I don't want to crash. No. More like a drag queen. Joke. Be nice. You're the Empress of Deco. I'm allowing that, but like, be nice to Azusa, damn it. I think people are trying to be complimentary, but like, it has off. Today, a local FTD player can't believe that women exist. Okay, that's funny. Oh dear. Alright. Oh yeah, I put rubber feet on this, I forgot. Those feet could be better. Note to self, later. Also, yeah, I'm gonna roast myself a little bit for... Yeah, I could turn those... Oh, yes. Yes, I could turn this all into decoration and save on performance. Also, this thing just needs more... Okay, I'm getting distracted by my own designs here. What else for the Navalia? What else? Night World. Women can be wizards too. Men can be witches. I'm actually not making that up. Like, historically, men were occasionally hanged or burned for witchcraft, same as women. Mostly women. But yeah. WTF. Twitch hates female mages. What is this mystery? Okay. Hello, what? What happens? Hello, what are women? I don't know. What is a woman? Like, no joke, if you actually try and define what a man or woman is, you run very quickly into the historical rabbit hole of people just making things up. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. So it's just like, let's just review my notes here. Alright, so can de-suboptify the aesthetics. Turret should be placed on something more sturdy than rubber. Turret local weapon control should be insulated on the turret rather than turret being on a rubber base. Can reduce smaller block use to optimize block count. So 1 meter blocks, 2 meter poles. Can optimize armor. It is easy to design, so don't worry too much about it. Icarus sub-vehicle should spawn in front for optimal spawn position. That seems redundant. Also make sure to update the Icarus blueprint for when update version happens. I think that's enough. But I am going to fling this in the... whatchamacallit? Well, first things first, I need to save this as Navalia. What is this one? It's Witch and Wizard, right? Well, yes. Well, no. Bearing in mind that witches and wizards aren't technically real, so you could have whatever gender you like be a witch or wizard. So, that's straight up. But also, yeah, like in fantasy and whatnot, you get female wizards, like D&D, for instance. It's a character class. Why am I talking about this? But anyway, Elival, well done. This is bloody beautiful. It needs some tweaking, but that's okay. That's why we do this. What do I do? Right, so Navalia, that's what we're naming this. Navalia. And we're just going to save this over here. Fortresses. And Navalia. Ship. Yard. Oh dear. Can everyone hear the car alarm outside? Someone's being burgled. Twitch Automod is twisting my words. That's it, and Pathfinder, those are distinct classes, and neither of them is restricted by gender. Yep, I like how Waterwise and I both went to tabletop. I mean, yeah, because tabletop is a big thing. They have different origins, so... No, wait, what? It's... Shut up out there! I'm trying to entertain the masses and do constructive things. They definitely heard me. I love the neighborhood I live in. The neighborhood I live in is very good. Alright, so my presents. Let's go to blueprints. Jump to presents. Wait, this would be a new thing. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so, finally have a VP for the SP shipyard. Thanks to Aunt Ellie. I really hope that, like, that's the correct person. Thanks to Olivia. Here, so it can be in BP repository. I'm confused. Because this was accepted, but there was no blueprint for it, so it really should be... I should put that in the changelog. I really should. Like, you know, I should be good. I should be a good boy and put it in the changelog. Alright, so let's go over here. And Pluto. Starlight presence updated. Fortresses. Everyone's looking at my folders. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, oh, oh. Right. Wow, that car alarm's gonna drive me nuts! Okay, I like a water buzz and I just wonder, in my world, titles are just that. Titles are one with a person's based on action, not titles. In popular culture, I'd say the male wizard, female witch is the most common understanding, large because of Harry Potter. I think. Oh! I forgot about bloody Harry Potter. Yeah, well... Yeah... I don't know. The Harry Potter did a lot to reinforce and invent that. I wish there was another difficulty mode for Nita where the deep water just has thousands of rats instead of normal ships. Okay! If it's any consolation, I can't really hear the alarm under the music. Thank goodness for royalty-free music. I mean, you could just make them spawn only flying squirrels. I don't know what people call me, really. They call you Azusa because that's your handle on the internet. Funny thing is, the rat doesn't even spawn. Wait, what? It doesn't? Sweet Beam. Only adventure, yes, I just call her Suzu. I think that some craft just never spawned the campaign. I didn't know that. The rat doesn't spawn in the campaign. Now that you mention it, that would explain why I've never seen it. I get called mommy a lot. Thanks. Duh. Accurate. What? Also, hello, Tungsten Cube. Alright, I'm just going to go add things in the change log because I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that right now. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that right now. Alright, everyone look at this main menu. It's gorgeous. Yeah, that's the most gorgeous main menu I've ever seen. Drive me crazy. There. Damn it, there's lots of free border noises. I'm losing money by the second. Alright, let's go there. Change log HTML. Thank goodness this thing is working. Right. So the annoying thing about this new updated changelog is that I can't just select a bunch of text and copy paste it. Wait, I can. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Damn it! Damn it, I'm smart again. Alright, so... Alright, it means I actually have to type in the HTML. And thankfully, it's idiot-proof, so that's nice. Please work, thank you. Alright, so it is the 9th of the 7th. 7th. Craft added. Ah, damn it. Stonelight presence. Stonelight presence. Fortress. And we're just gonna call it... The hell did I call it? Hold on. No, I can just do this. I can do this. I have the power. fortress and... There we go, and saved. Perfect. And play it again, just in case. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, 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 go. Do, 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 do. Okay, good. We've done that. That took 45 minutes. Oh no, I'm slow as balls. Alright. What do people say? Yeah, YouTube, I forgot the name of made a short about. Wait, what? Huh. Of the rat doesn't spawn in the campaign. Are you choking? Nope. They're both too powerful. Tankless interest? No, it just does that. Rohrstein VT Router. I know the Heimlich maneuver, kinda hard to do it through text. Should I have a turret laid horizontally with 4 packs or 1 gigapack? I don't know. I don't know. I see the bread witch of corruption is here. Why is everyone being mean to Zuza? Bread witch of corruption. She just likes bread! Idiot proof has never stopped idiots. Wait, why are we talking about idiot proof? I personally wouldn't put all my firepower into one block, even as a lot of health, plus you can save them multiple blocks. That's true! Redundancy. No, it's a pole. So it'd have one central... Oh! 4 notes for consistent... We're being mean because funny. Why does that plane look like broccoli? What? I missed it completely. What? We're rubbing our faces on the helicopter. It probably looks like broccoli because it's... I don't know. We're not mean to Azusa when we call her the Bread Witch. She is good at it. We revere her. Is reverence what is desired? I don't know. Hey, thank you, 06314 for the follow. Much appreciated. The hell was I doing? Alright, we've got more things to look at. We've got a lot more things to look at. Let's scroll up a bit. Alright, so I think I already have the updated versions of the... Ooh, thank you for following Ninja the QE. It's not the 1600s. Well, I tend to think of witch as an insult for some... I'm old-timey, alright? I'm freaking old. I was born in the 90s, which is exactly the same as the 1600s. The corruption bit, I assume, is because she made 2 girls do the jiggy on a bed. I forgot about that. Oh, boy. Do the jiggy. I don't know why I find that funny. Oh, dear. It looked more like, well, as I said in the Rainbow Craft showcase thing, it looks more like one of them hurt themselves and the other one's trying to do first aid. Okay, let's start looking at the Hickory for crying out loud. Let's do that. Dog, so you're young. My family is a mean age of 50. Dog, so you're young. Oh, yep. Oh, I'm so young. I am between 30 and 300, 400 years old. Oh, gave me a headache. Okay, brother, I was also born in the 90s. A fellow traveler from the 1600s. Pleasure to meet you. I am joking, by the way. I don't know even know what old is. British. I am the oldest of children, almost 19. A fellow traveler from the 1600s. Pleasure to meet you. I was born before 9/11. A fellow traveler from the 1600s. Pleasure to meet you. I shakes hand over internet. Alright, I'm silly. Okay, so there's the Hecate. I don't think this needs much in the way of changes. But I believe this was made... Let's just double checky here. Double checky. The brekkie. So, go over here. Yes, it looks like... Yeah, so this is pure railguns, which it technically doesn't need it. Who made this? Draymond made this. I do like how it's like the Hecate, but it's a bug. It is le bug. Alright, so... That does seem fair. I do act very old, but very young. I was born at the fall of the Berlin Wall. A fellow traveler from the 1600s. Pleasure to meet you. Those are some wings of all time. I do think South Africa could bring a small insect like so true. Bear that in mind. People make things like bug. Right, so we can have a note there for the Hickory. Usual story, material, weapon restrictions lifted, can experiment to improve effectiveness. That is going without saying for basically all Stoneline craft at the moment. Okay, what else, Alright, checklist. Checklist! Alright, aesthetics and fleet colors. Draymond is generally on the money about that, yep. And it's got ring shields. Ring shields suck, I don't recommend them. So, this is all fleet colors. So that looks... Why is there a missing block here? Is that intentional? That might be intentional? I don't know. Alright. I think the wings... Looking at the wings... this could be done a little better. Because that actually is a little bit hard on the eyes. Damn it! Okay. Clicked the wrong thing. Alright, so... Wings... should flap more slowly and smoothly to be easier on the eyes. That's a note for a craft. What else? Right, checklist. Okay, sub-object clipping or excess. We could also probably get away with not having double spin blocks for the wings, so can deep... There's also that little... I see, I love that. But we can probably dial that down a bit. Let's just make sure. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of spin blocks here. So we've got little pincery things here. Let's see, what else? I do like the statues. That is a lot of... Okay, yeah, we can de-sub-object the deco a little bit. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Can de-sub-objectify the deco a little bit. Wings don't need 2 spin blocks. Because you can just angle the deco and that should do the trick. Okay. Wings don't need 2 spin blocks. Okay then. Okay. Those are the wings of all time. Why is that bit still fun? Because it is. It does use them for burst. Okay. There was a spider on the featured page. Is that an SCP? I came from 1600 BC. A traveler from 1600 BC. Pleasure to meet you. Okay. Easy to say. Guess we don't respond to that. Wait. What do we... I'm losing track of what happened. Watch Borderwise's gay vehicles showcasing you on stand. Yep. Man, I hope ring shields get a buff to something they're really cool, like how the Harmony did win. My favorite pastime is got to be throwing up aesthetic fights for a faction I can barely build for. That's okay. Feedback is okay. For the wings, there's one ornithopter in the Twin Guards. Could copy the bread from there. True. Okay, that's good. True. Let's copy paste that. Okay. Okay, one ornithopter in... Very true. Could copy the bread from there. Hopefully that's not too many spin blocks. There was another cool thing again. Okay. Flapping some more, blinking, set that Harmony TG. Okay, that's what cool I see. Okay, cool, the Harmony. Alright, that's good. And Twin Guard Harmony. Harmony, ornithopter. Could copy the bread from there. This is 2 axis turrets for the wings. Oh, that is very clever! Oh boy, does this have a lot of ERA and 1 meter heavy armor block checkerboard, and the ERA is facing the wrong way too. Oh dear. The featured spider was from Kimmon, so avoid it. I feel this is copied from the Scarab and Ashes. How do I armor my turret heads? I have a problem with the craft is so flat and low, the ward of the enemy always shoots my turrets. more, I'd say. Making the wings move more smoothly is easy. More heavy armor, raise your ship up a bit to give them more to target. Okay then. Is John looking at this? Let's look at this. What we were looking... Oh, yes. Okay, right. Ah, yes. ERA is facing the wrong way indeed. That's awkward. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, front armor needs a bit of optimization. Alright. Armor needs... Front armor needs optimization. Because here's the thing. I get why people do this. When you're thinking, oh god, railguns. Like this ERA checkerboard. To be fair, it does stop them. It does stop big shells. It doesn't stop cram shells. Not that this thing needs to worry about crams. It doesn't stop pierce lasers. It doesn't stop particle cannons. On the whole, I would say this is not worth the faff. Now orange and green again. Or I guess the insides are. Okay, true, yeah. True. Need to use all fleet colors. Okay then. Candy sub-object. Front armor needs optimization. ERA not useful against... ERA not really worth it, I would say. Worth it. Also, it's facing the wrong way. Okay, so there's that. There's that. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Front armor needs optimization. What was the thing? Someone said something clever. Okay. Alright, more colors. More colors. I really hate how freaking Google Sheets is like, I'm hovering over something, I see a note, it's like, ah! I'm trying to do a note on one thing. Front armor needs optimization. More color variety needed. Use all the fleet colors. It is freaking cold in my flat right now. It's like, whoa. So where I live, it is currently still winter, is it? I don't know. But mainly it's cold and wet, so it sucks. Those wings feel like they're running at half FPS. Which will work also really well against big AP weather, so it's arguably redundant. True. I won't raise out, just add a ridiculous superstructure. Don't think that counts. Probably more batteries than it needs. Definitely a bunch of... Oh, just do the steam thing. Oh, yeah, that's... Alright, power word. Turn the guts invisible. Yep, that is an armor for sure. APS Tetris, very good. Okay, yep. To be fair, this is very flat. Hold on a minute. Okay then. Honestly, I'd just get the... I would just get the custom jets to... Hold on. I would just get the custom jets to do the energy generation. What are you doing here? Alright, so... They're a little short on room here, so it is kind of understandable to do this, but... Okay, yeah, no. Power generation can be optimized. Generation... needs optimization. Optimization. Cut down on small steam turbines. I really got to make more energy weapon craft with plasma and like particle cannons and stuff like that, because honestly, I need practice like eyeballing like energy generation and like setting that up correctly. Oh look, it uses these things, which I never use because people told me they're not really necessary. Interesting, there's room for fun and activities in here. Alright, the fuel's back there, all very compact. Yes, yes, yes. And yet that is a lot of battery storage. Is that all the batteries? Hold on. Nope, there's more batteries. Where's the more batteries? Hello? battery. Oh, here. What the? Oh, why is there batteries back here? Interesting. Yeah, that is a lot of battery storage. Excessive amounts, probably. How much battery storage does this use? Take a closer look at the surge protector into the small steam engines. It looks of it. Hello, Kubog PB. Clip that small steam to be widthwise, you get a lot more. Yep. Okay. Shoot. Fun activities. Let me add animation blocks. All ships should have Yuri inside. Yeah, this being directly. Now that you mention it. Ooh, no, that is bad. To be fair, I do this out of sheer laziness, but yeah, that's not ideal. Let's double check here. So the Hickory is a hard design. Alright, so... Move surge protectors away from batteries, because like literally all they're gonna do is pull EMP surges towards them. So yeah, that's a whoopsie. That is a whoopsie doodle. And yeah, okay, yeah. There's also interesting. This is very much looks like what I do when I'm like, oh damn it, I need more battery power, and just spam these, which is presumably why everyone else does that too. There's truss blocks in here for some reason. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. If this truss block is meant to be fireproofing, you might as well just use stone. Is that why this is here? I don't know. Filled with strange forces, surges next to the ring shields. Oh right, ring shields. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, that's not good. I'm just gonna say remove the ring shields, because honestly, ring shields are useless. Remove ring shields and add planar shields. Instead, like, speaking as someone who hates setting up planar shields, I always find it kind of a pain in the butt. We gotta. Sorry, we gotta, because ring shields are ass. Let's be honest. They are ass. They are tremendous ass. They're ass! Ass! Yeehaw! Ass. Alright, what is this? There's ACVs over here. What they do? Aha! Yeah, we could probably cut down... Like, here's the thing. I love the pincers. We can probably cut down on that a little bit. Oh, for God's sake. Did I just accidentally delete a note? You freaking... I think that's what I did. I think I accidentally deleted a note that someone else left on the spreadsheet, and I don't know where it is! What? Google Sheets. Being a pain in the anus. Okay. A heinous penis in the anus. Okay, sub-objects. Pincers. Cool, but unnecessary. Okay then, I badly need to go to the bathroom and I need another coffee to fuel my rage. And although this is a sick as hell screenshot, I love it. Burst rail, my beloved. I'm not forgiving the small teams, otherwise it could have been done so much easier. I guess Raymond's wonderful aesthetics have distracted, whoops, damn it. Have distracted us from the rather questionable internal choice. Yeah, that is basically what happened. What we're learning here is that pretty privilege is very much a thing in From the Depths. And when you make something that's gorgeous, you can just be like, wow! And then you forget to look inside and go like, oh no! You're full of turd! That's weird. That's rude. I'm sorry. I'm not forgetting the small tip. Also, the rear batteries didn't look like they were properly EMP hardened or protected. What am I even looking at? You are looking at the Hickory, a bug. How do I make AF for better to retain the altitude control? Tick the hover option. Pincers definitely don't need those ACBs. The main steam engine is set up wrong. The pipes on the side let all the pressure out after the first piston. What? Okay. Go into the bathroom, can wait. What is this? Oh no! Right, you could literally see it. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. What are you referring to? Pipes on the sides that all the pressure out after the... True. Yeah, these ones aren't doing anything. Fix steam engines. Huh. What are you referring to? Just remove the pipes. You don't need it. So anyway, what pipes? What pipes? Am I looking in the right place? Oh, these? Oh! Oh! Right! Oh, there we go! That's better! Remove pipes. Remove unnecessary pipes from steam engine. Remove unnecessary... How do you spell unnecessary? Unnecessary pipes from steam engine? I know. I know how to spell, I swear to G. I swear to Goblin. Alright, get those. I love pipe. You would love pipe. I also love pipe. You know why? Because I like it when me plumbing works. And I love plumbing. I like to plumb all day long. I like to plumb the depths. I like to plumb the heights. I like to plumb myself, and I like to plumb the people next to me. I'm terribly sorry, I don't know where that came from. I should probably get up and walk around. Alright, so we're not done looking at the head cage. We still need to combat test the thing, so... But we're gonna hop to the main menu. Leaf Blower Man! I don't know if anyone can hear him, but I can hear him! Welcome, my brother, in leaf blowing! I'm afraid that's a bannable offense. Goodbye. Hello, I got a food, but with the worst condiment ever, mayonnaise. How are you, boys? Hello, Monster Kicker. I'm fine. You're just in time for the ad break. Is there an approximate next version of Plutona will be? I have no damn idea. Basically when... Probably when every orange craft is fixed. Which is going to take a million years. I'm afraid that's a bannable offense. Goodbye. Sooty Leaf Blower emote incoming. When I get round... There you go. There you go. It's when John Lufist gets around to it. There is no rush here. Why just when my craft are fixed? Not you, Orange! I mean on the spreadsheet they're colored orange, which is not you. So, no. There's not... Alright. Enough of this madness and silliness. I need more coffee. And I need to vanish. Goodbye. Ah! Okay, we're good. Alright. Please survive the ads. I will be right back. See you soon. Goodbye. finally just in time to see something get nuked. Beautiful. Oi. And now I need to catch up on chat. I also am well fortified against the cold. Extra hoodie, slippers, because you know it's a cold day when I have to put layers on during the stream, because streams normally warm me right the hell up. I cook on stream. Hello. What do I cooking stream when? Okay, what a... Oh, okay. Okay, I need to catch up. Okay, banana blee. Wait, I'm afraid. That's about all of us. Goodbye. Bananable. Why so soon? Yo, I saw the pinar. Speaking of banana, right away today. Thanks to main menu spawn RNG. Wow, I missed it. There happens to be one on the screen. What the hell was that? The 1-minute ad curse has befallen me. I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited for a Plutono YouTuber to play like 5 episodes worth, and on the 6th a random penis shows up on the loading screen for a split second. That would be pretty funny. Incidentally, Death Pancake, since it just showed up, the Bombardier has some wings. It doesn't need that because it don't fly as well as it should. Right lift, down lift. Oh, check that out. Thanks for letting me know. Just set all the lift factors to 0. Or make the wings decker maybe. How you do is up to you. I'm generally confused why chat is talking about Peony. What did I miss? There's a penis craft that sometimes spawns in the main menu. The Monster Dong, that is a main menu craft. It's included with Plutono and can only spawn on the main menu. Oh, thank you. What the hell was that? Okay. Whoop. Thank you for following Preto Lelo Doatum. Preto. Thank you for the follow, Preto. Alright. Something of an inside joke around here. The what? You heard me. F, you mean penis craft? The penis being an inside joke, huh? Penis inside joke. Penis inside. Okay. I mean, it's a flying penis with a flamethrower at the tip. Wait, is there any point in making a pack using the vertical lens and terminating the pipe at the second port with an input tube? I assume you're getting a lower firepower and damages number for the same length, but using 2 separate terminations on the 2 ports? I just didn't understand what I just read, even though I know I should. Oh my god, of course there's a flamethrower, download Plutono, switch to and just sit on the main menu for a while, you'll see. Taking a flaming pistol to a whole new level. Yeah, so, the penis on the main menu, it has the worst gonorrhea you can imagine. That's why it's burning. Once inside, the port connects only in one direction. Reduces damage dissipation over range, perhaps the issue, right after GURP, better long distance accuracy, less damage. Working on balance to the north, so I can see. The summer is cold in New Zealand, took a second to remember. The summer is cold in New Zealand, took a second to remember. Well, no. Oh, right, no, if you're referring to, yeah, different seasons. Yeah, it is winter, early spring here, and spring in, New Zealand. Unfortunately has a habit of being cold and wet as things warm up. Skip president strips, control under the same damage as disappearances along double the damage at 4 kilometer. My dumbass was about to ask why it's cold in summer, then I remember New Zealand and other hemispheres. So, hemisphere is the word I was looking for. The 4 kilometer using packs the question of the best. So funny. Stop. Alright. Oh yeah, this pole will probably fly at 1.5 to 2 kilometers. It was unprotected. It's black because it's covered in rubber. Stay safe out there. Why did they call it gonorrhea? It should be called herea. Because the gonorrhea is here. Alright, we need to combat test the Hecate. Also, I need to double check that it's got frickin' Go away, get out of here, resource filters. No one wanted you here! No one wanted you here! I just need to double check. Okay. Good and good and good. Checklist. I have one. Auto propulsion. Should probably check that. Okay, so where is the auto propulsion? Huh? Okay, jet exhaust. Alright, that's all good. I highly doubt Draymond would use auto propulsion. That would seem silly. What is this? Pusher. And that is a turner. Yep, doesn't seem to be... Oh, god damn it! Okay, that's easy to forget. Alright. Turn off auto propulsion. Make good propulsion. I will say, while the Hickory definitely has room for improvement, it does work as intended and do decent in combat. Yes, I remember fighting this thing in a playtest. It was tough as hell. Coffee tastes like coffee. Yum. What was I doing? I was doing this. Alright, so the Hickory, we need to throw it against a 770k Recave thing. Because that's good. Alright, so the CAD is... I'm going to throw this against the Nimbostratus. And I don't remember what the Nimbostratus is off the top. Oh, it's this bloody thing. Which is actually a good test, because this thing is loaded with missiles. Strong railguns. Right. Unfortunately, the white traces need to be changed. Although this, I think it was either this or another Drayman design, which convinced me to use, to allow black traces for Stone Line. So let's go here, and all must be delete colors. Did this thing just get nuked? I missed it. I think the Hickory is winning. It isn't. Also, I'm trying to remember what difficulty the Nimbostratus is. I think it is... What is it? What is it? Nimbostratus is a godly, but it's also a rule breaker. Yep. Well, currently it's a rule breaker, so probably not the best yardstick. Rerun the VOD, there really is a P-Numbers craft. It's a masterpiece by Zuza. It is! Wouldn't it be funny with this huge campaign that takes place in a small archipelago? I mean, that's basically what Platono is. There's a bunch of islands. Thanks, water propulsion. Very cool. Whoop. Okay, what are they called? Gonorrhea. Hello from Portugal. Found the channel not long ago. Love the videos and chores. Keep it up, dude. Love your style. Thank you. Love to know it's so helpful. Welcome to the chat, where we're trying to make a custom campaign before the heat death of the universe. It's going great. Love how Jet at the back pointing backwards gives a little response. Thanks, order of promotion. Very cool. Alright. I think it was this one, actually. Yeah, the burst guns, just read on the bar. Masterpiece. Black tracer should be toned down a bit. Oh, yeah, the traces are a bit much. Yeah. What are those traces? Traces? Greatest painted burst rather seeing all your shots missed by just a hair. Yep. The Pinot is not a masterpiece. I regret it, to be honest. It was very funny, and it's like, I don't know. It's very funny. I've only tried Burst Rail once. I need to try Burst Rail. I suspect it might be fun. Updated the Bombardier Drone and now it's scary. Thank you, I am now Destroyer of Worlds. Hooray! Okay then. Shippity bippity bobbity bibbity bobbity boo. All traces must be fleet colors. Can be made visually smaller because yeah, that is, I don't know. Actually no. That's vibes. I do like it. I do like it. Okay, so Nimbostratus is at 97% health. The Hickory is at 87% health. Are these... Was there an update? Oh, these are remote guided. That's why it's not working. Also, I believe the Nimbostratus is meant to continuously spawn nukes, and currently it isn't. I think this thing also needs to be faster. 65 meters per second is not actually that quick for a thruster craft. Oh, I know why the bloody thing's not... We turn this off. It's not going any faster. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wow, I turned off... I don't know if that's because it's damaged or because of another reason. Okay, let's try against something else. Alright, I wonder what it involves. They're also too short for the loader, and it's all the railguns that have more charges, magnets than they need. Okay, yeah, so railguns need redo. Railguns need redo because of update. Right, what's another thing we can throw this thing against? Okay, then. Let's try... Anchorbolt is a godly, this is a hard. The momentum... I'm trying to remember what the momentum is. CAD, resistor, anvil... I don't remember what the... Oh, the anvil's that bloody laggy walker. Let's not do that. Okay, Nimbus Stratus. Already tested against. Entropy is a spacecraft. Let's try the Anchor Bolt is very well optimized. It's also considerably cheaper than this, and it's a godly Glacave thing. I don't think this thing's gonna rin. Gonna rin? I said win. I meant win. Ooh, plasma. Right. Yep, this is not going well. Yep, not going well for the Hickory. Damn, look at that bounce off. First gun suffer a few problems, slow stuff. Yeah, the shells need to be faster. This thing's missing a lot. The rear pitch jets are on auto. Ooh. Problem with burst, unless you can sit in relic, but the shells will be a lot slower. I do like when my engine suffer in the background music the stream turns evil with distortion. Ooh, lost its butt pitches to the nuke. Oh, right! Okay. Burst guns, even so, I can't help but love them. Only seen Lathrix successfully use burst rail. Sustained fire is just more sustainable. Yep. Yep. The main reason to use burst fire anything is Alpha Strike. It looks so nice because it actually looks like a gun run. Do look really cool. It's as if you have a pack in the form of an ABS. Burst guns are good against lambs at the very least. True. You know, I'm really happy with how much better bonus the North has gotten over the last year. I'm speaking entirely out of my ass with that. I haven't tested it, but I imagine it works that way. To be fair, the Anchor Bolt does dodge APS pretty well. It's been a real journey. Oh yeah, shout out to Bonus of the North, which I will be playing through to the best of my ability after Hardest Nita. I will probably need a break from campaign stuff after Hardest Nita though, because like, it's a lot of work to play through the From the Depths campaign and also make content on it that's vaguely entertaining. Alright, so the shells definitely need to be faster, and this does need some kind of hit scan weapon. Shells need to be... Wait, it does have a hit scan weapon. It has a particle cannon that never fires. Has this thing fired, like, ever? Yeah, this thing's... Oh dear, that's not good. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that does not work well, does it? Okay, no, pack needs to be rethought. Shells need to be faster. It misses. A lot. Pack needs to be redone. Slash rethought. Probably best put on turret. More missile defense needed. Just decoys aren't enough. Actually, I want to test something quickly. I have a theory. I do. Because I tried putting like decoys on sub-vehicles not too long ago, and it didn't work at all. So I'm wondering if they even work well, like, at all anymore. So I'm going to just spawn in a pair of my horrible new... Wait, that might be spoiling things. Ooh. That might be spoiling things. Nope, that's spoiling things. Alright, what's something that has a crap ton of radar guidance? Palisade. Let's just spawn in an Palisade. We're going to put that on Haugen Federation colors because that's funny. One of the pack is fail-safe lock, holding fire to possibly. Maybe benefit from a bit more armor there, possibly again. Pack is fail-safe locked. You are slowing, become the Platono guy, and I don't like it. Who, me? I was always the Platono guy. It has his gun, but it's fixed facing forward, wasting all the pack and laser shooting at the decoys. Yep, okay. Wow, whenever I hear Hickory, it reminds me of the sniper rifle. True. Oh yeah, that, I don't remember who made that. Maybe anti-nuke, in which case it would be quite overkill, but it's a long-range lens with normal targets. No way, because it, yeah. Or anything else. Yeah, wow. That, yeah, no, it needs to be rethought completely. Alright, let's see. I'm going to be rude, and I'm going to make the palisade godly. Not godly, god mode on. Let's see. Alright, so these distraction thingies are working. Alright, they're actually working really well. Oh. And then they stop working. And then they work some more. Alright, no, that works. Mostly works. Yeah, no, it's not enough, though. So in case anyone's wondering, the palisade is a really good yardstick for are you large missile proof enough? Because it's got so many large missiles. Yep, we definitely need more. As far as I know, radar guard versus whatever is larger, so you'd have to make sure the decoys have large signal and graph. They should spin around. Yeah, we could make them spin. We could do that. We could make them wiggle. Just decoys aren't enough. Suggestion. Make sub-vehicle decoys rotate around raft. Because that's evil. I like that. Alright, we can... Just as a treat, Hickory, you can do that. I wonder if Draymond mostly tested against ships. Never test against ships. Test against thrusty craft. Yeah, this is not going well for it. Oh dear. What are those shells? Thankfully, that trace is so massive I can see what it is. Alright, that is a solid slug. That can probably be optimized a little bit. Now I want to see what the black shells are like. So these things are... Alright, so this is heat frag by the looks of it. Honestly, I think we could probably get away with, like, Sabo spam with this thing. It's hard to make good FTD content. Yes! Yes, 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 it's hard. Taking a break after Godly Needle is good, yeah. Alright, decals themselves are also mounted in front of... Oh, right. Distraction jigs. Goes and gets to get... Oh, yeah, right. Right now they're two stables. Yes, right. Because they just die constantly. Doesn't this really this is remote guided missile proof? No. We were actually seeing that in the previous missile test. Remote guided missiles were just like nailing this thing. Nothing is remote guided proof. Well, if it's large missiles, well, I disagree because it is, well, not proof per se, but you can make stuff really resistant to it. So, the laser thing, the Nightwish that I have, it has a monster ECM on it. Well, not monster, it has an ECM on it. And remote-guided missiles tend to miss it a lot, which is quite nice. I do like Onyx Watch's chest piece missile. They go, yep, large remote-guided needs a lot of DVP, Sovos, what the Clue 2, so maybe not just more of that. True. Okay, I think that's enough for the Hickory. So yeah, this is the problem with that, that ERA stuff, is that it just gets, well, blown up a lot. Okay. So I need to go find it. What was that thing that said? Alright, we need to go check over here. Hold on. Aha, so there is no point this being made out of heavy armor if the decoys are exposed. That is silly. Okay, so just gonna go here. Alright, so put heat and radar decoys inside the distraction drones. Currently, they get shot off immediately. Okay, I think that's enough notes on the Hickory. There's a lot of notes on the Hickory. Holy bananas. Also, I never remember how to spell unnecessary. Only one it. No! That wasn't correct. What the hell? Why do I not remember? Okay. Google! Why you lie to me, Google? Why do you lie to me? Unnecessary, ironically, has a lot of unnecessary letters in it, I think. It has so many. Alright, 2 N's, 2 S's. One day I will remember this. Okay. Alright. Oh, terribly sorry. I locked onto something that is not fun to look at. Everyone look at this damaged Hickory. Suppose what the 2 pincer guns. Actually, it is. The burst guns could just go for more charge due to the recent buffs. The question is whether the energy supply can keep up, which I suspect it cannot. Could be made to. Could put the decoys on the backside of the etcher. Yep. Maybe there are more decoys inside the jigs. Nope, just more engine. Necessary. 2N, 1C, 2S. Thank you. It's the English. Of course it does. How many you? True. All of you! At least it's not French. I think French has more consistent rules than English does. It's just hard for... Oh. Well then. We're out of materials. Oopsie poopsie. Houston, my bug is sinking. My bug is in the water. Okay, let's just do this. I think that's enough note on the Hickory. My goodness, it was... This, I've got to be honest, I kind of thought the Hickory was mostly okay. And then it wasn't. Oh dear. Oh dear. I also just realized I should probably put the notes for the Navalia shipyard. What am I doing? Bookmark. I also need to move that bookmark. I'm going to put this over here. Actually, I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to put this... Okay, it's main menu time because I'm going to be typing notes a lot. As a treat, have some main menu time. Alright, I need to put the Navalia over here. Just here, park it. And have that. And it's the 9th. It is the 9th of the 7th. The year's going by so fast. Oh no. Right, you, sir, get down here. Alright, and both the Navalia and the thing. Hold on. Navalia, you go var. I am typing on a spreadsheet. I am typing on a spreadsheet. I am typing on a spreadsheet. It's very good indeed. Okay. That. Up there, please, and thank you. Whee! Okay, good. And the Kate goes over here. Why did I copy that? I should have cut it. Wah! Wah! What's the issue with the Stone designs? Mostly just all this, and old and following old rules. Basically, yeah. The Hecate works in actually which fights against something as God, which puts it ahead of quite a few Stone designs. Yeah, French is consistent with its rage bait. It constantly hates everybody and puts silent letters anyway. Yep. Those N's and S's are more necessary than you think. Oh. English is 3 other languages in a trench coat. I say that every day when I wake up, at least it's not French. Lots of old designs are incredibly inefficient due to their old rules. Yep. Old, often following the old rules, which limited their armor weapons, also just not optimized even within those limitations. Fans will be releasing a massive update on the anniversary, by the way. Yep! Awesome! Okay then, what do? What do? Say I do, I do. I do want to do things. I do want to do things. I want to do all the things. I want to do all the things. The things. You want to do things with me. Alright, I gotta go onto the workshop and find the Hickory. Is it going to show up? Yes! This was submitted a long time. Oh no, it was submitted last year. Groovy, baby. Alright. Updates, cleaner aesthetics. Hooray! Okay. Okay then. Don't mind me, I'm making horrible noises. Horrible noises! For you! Wow, we... Feels like we did... Okay. Lots of words, and probably the Steam Workshop is just going to be like, nope, sorry. Sorry! We're not going to let you type your entire opinion. Because otherwise you just copy and paste the entire Bible. And that's bad. Just as I thought. Okay, so just gonna post comment and continued. I spelled continued wrong. I blame the autocannons firing in the background. And I blame the car alarm. In fact, I blame everyone but myself. Cannot stress that enough. Is that nothing is my fault. Alright, so, okay, that's done. And we have about 20 minutes to review the Tiamat. Which is probably going to need even more delagging. Yeah. Alright, Tiamat, here we go. Whoop, thank you, Booger. Damn. So much fluid. I'm gonna go pee in the ocean and cause sea level rise. I'm going to flood Vanuatu. That was a strange thing to say, and I apologize. Alright. Wrong folder. Correct folder. And Thrusty Craft. Here's the Tiamat. This thing is ridiculous. You think Kobrax is working on another snake? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if the Tiamat is the final boss of Lag, but it's definitely in the running. It's not the worst. Oh, why does it spawn with a... This is probably excessive. It does not need to spawn with one of these. Also, we are in Hawa colors. And it looks really cool. Alright, Sunlight Presents. First things first, it does not need to spawn with a Excuse you? Wow! Wait. Oh. I'm an idiot. I am a silly... I was like, why wasn't it changing? It was like, wrong team! Wrong team! Wrong team, you fool. It does use all the fleet colors, though, which is very... Hello? Oh, there we go. Game had to think about that for a second. That's very green. Alright, so aesthetically, this thing is bloody gorgeous. There's probably good... I hate to do this to Kovacs, but, like... It doesn't look that laggy. Alright, it does not need to spawn in with a friend. It absolutely does not need to do that. That is excessive. That is excessive. Okay, then. Alright, so first things first. We can do this, and we can do this. No. Okay. Okay, there's that. There's already a note here saying less smoke and fly higher. Alright, let's think here. Let's see. Right. Does not need to spawn with a Reaper. Where the hell is the Reaper? Does not need to spawn with the Reaper. I'm not sure why they did that. I hope I didn't suggest that, because I'm contradicting myself. I'm not seeing any orange. Clipping? Oh yeah, this thing might clip. Excessive is Cobrax's middle name. Is it Cobra? I thought it was Covrax. Hold on. Oh, it is Cobrax. Whoops. Needs more so. I'm not seeing any orange. As a Serpentor, I love the creature. I says my computer becomes the next Chernobyl. Currently the most expensive song by a pretty wide margin, which also means most expensive Latono. This isn't the most expensive Azusa. Yeah, is the Almighty more expensive than this? Alright, well, first things first, let's go through the checklist. Aesthetics and fleet colors. Check. This is about as aesthetic as you can get. Sub-object clipping or excess. I think you could probably get away with, like, 2 sub-objects, like tail and the other thing. Alright, first things... Alright, so what we're gonna do here, I'm going to commit evil. And front back cutter above. No, wrong. Left right cutter above. How much is this clipping? You've never seen a snake do this. Alright, stop moving for a second. It's very hard to tell if this thing is actually clipping or not. Alright, turn that off. That was not nearly as helpful as I thought it would be. Alright, so starting from the head, how we go. It's not going to throw too many stones on this glass house of mine. The second most expensive is the Audacious, which is a 2.6 million. The more looks like a snake backwards. I think this thing can reverse. The Resonance is up there with 2.2. Almighty is 1.5 million. Okay, gotcha. Cobrax in some places, Cobrax in others. Also acts a bit different in combat in terms of where things are rotated to. That explains the cost. Okay. Right. Good news is, like, let's see here. Everyone keep a beady eye out for blocks clipping through each other. This is not actually a very big laser for how massive this thing is. I think Covrax has done it. This doesn't look like it's clipping at all. How would you tell, though? That is kind of a problem with something like this. Is because it's sub-objects stacked on each other, they clip with no problem. So if I go here, if I do that, so game down a smidge. Let's go try and find. Let's go find where things are. Where is it? Ah! This might need more than 10 minutes to finish inspection. It looks like it's not clipping, at least here on the head. Yep, no, that's a very generous gap right there. Very good. That's one segment. Then over here on the neck. Let's go see here. I'm not seeing clippy clippy. Laser, I think, is just for anti-nuke, basically. I think this one is safe. Thing is, do I want to check every single joint of this bloody thing? Probably. Right, that's one section. I think, and Cobrax is gonna hate me for this, and because here's the thing, I don't think anyone else has the courage to try and rebuild this thing to have less sub-objects. How many sub-objects does it have? It actually has 36. Which is actually less than I was expecting. I think what we need to check is how potato-proof is this. Yeah, how to do this? I mean, honestly, you could, like... You could probably, like... reduce its length by, like, a third. Can... Down on... size and sub-objects. A lot. If only to reduce cost. And there's that note there. Reduce cost. Yes, I know that's a lot of work. No, I'm not going to put that in there. No apologies. Can cut down on size subjects a lot, if only to reduce cost. I really do love Cobrax's designs. They're so good. Snake! Snake! Alright, so if I go here and sub-objects, right, we can, yeah, we need to de-sub... Wait a minute. The eyes are on turrets. Which is really cool. But at the same time, that's a bit much. Snake says hello. Snake says hello. Lags, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how Cobrax did it, but this is not the laggiest thing in the world. Somehow the anvil is more laggy. Well, the old version of the anvil, at least. Yeah, I'm going to assume this thing does not clip, because, well, it just doesn't appear to. Wait a minute. Wait a tick. Yeah, it has a lot of sub-objects, my goodness. Also, the way it moves is, like, beautiful. Let's be honest, like, do we really want to dial this down? Anvil is a surface growth. Oh, right. The anvil doesn't fly, so collision detection is constantly going off. This also still has... Ooh! Indeed it does. Thank you for the reminder. Alright, so... remove repair bots. Thankfully, that's pretty easy. Alright then. See, the problem is, we are at, like, 20 frames a second. I think maybe just because this moves so smoothly, it looks less laggy than it actually is. Lots of plasma guns, and... okay, then. There is nothing in Platona that comes close to how expensive this thing is. So yeah, if nothing else needs to be dialed down so the AI can actually afford to build it. Checking the repair boat should probably go on the checklist for Sunlight. Yep. Oh, right. True. SP. Repair bots. Because that's my own damn fault. I happen to know that most things don't have repair bots because, well, people just didn't update their craft. Yeah. Is this the elite? Let's combat test. Let's see how quickly it goes into degraded mode. It'll go degraded mode instantly, I guarantee you. Alright, so there's nothing in the universe which costs as much as this bloody thing, so let's just see. What is the most expensive thing? I think the Seismotron is the only thing that comes close. Yep, the Seismotron is the only thing that comes close. That's the old Seismotron. Let's spawn against the new one. Alright, let's go there, let's go there. Content updated, and Frostcraft, Seismotron, and we're gonna spawn this on Old Republic colors for irony. I spawned in dashes against it, and the game speed is saying around 0.9. Ooh. How about this versus 2 Almighty? No! Did someone double check if the jets on the underside clip? Do not the degrader mode. This is Revenge Force. The enemy uses a gigantic unit on the enemy instead of a fleet. Huh? Gigantic unit on the enemy instead of a fleet. Jets on underside clip. What are you referring to? With almost 6 million worth of matures in play is actually pretty damn good. True. And my PC is decent but nothing crazy. What should Ninja the QE, please calm down. Please type correctly. I'm confused and scared. In the back. Oh, in the back. Let's see. Do they clip? They don't appear to be clipping. And they appear to have clearance. The jets on turret. Oh, right. True. Yep, no, this seems to be... That seems to be all good. Just look in there. It's by default. Yep, no, they seem to be working. They seem to be a-okay. Yep, that is definitely 10 meters worth of clearance. Yep, nope, they're good. They are good. Hold on, I just want to flip thing. Yep, that makes sense. Resources, check. Auto propulsion. There's no way in hell this thing uses auto propulsion. Are you kidding me? Yep, I don't think Cobrax would use auto propulsion. Doesn't seem like... Oh my god, no. No, please, no. Please, no. No! Why? I wonder if that's a bug, because I can't imagine that so many people would, like, use auto propulsion like this. Doesn't seem reasonable. Oh, god. Damn it. Okay, well, the teammate ran into a mountain and the game speed dropped very sharply. Let's get to it. Gotta go now, bud. See you, Orange. Thanks for stopping by. Jets on turrets. I take back. Okay, right. Just need to quickly make a note here. Turn off auto propulsion, for the love of God. Turn off auto propulsion. I'm so sorry, Cobrax. You know, this is why maybe your first custom campaign should not be a gigantic thing. Also, that is a lot of smoke. Is this thing even moving? Where... Who's winning? Right, Tiamat is at 99%. Seismotron's at 99%, which is not surprising, honestly. My goodness, that's a lot of plasma. This is such a wiggly thing. Wow, it just missed completely. This is... Hold on a minute. This is not actually that bad. I mean, 21 meters per second, but not meters per second. How's the Reaper doing? The Reaper's like, I come for you. Nom 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 nom. That's pretty effective burst blast. Alright, so this is where the lag really... This is not nearly as lag as I thought it would be, honestly. I should spawn this against the Audacious next. Elysian Strider is making a that's worth more than needed by like 3 times. Who made the Seismotron? That would be Question Master. Yeah, I found it while looking at Olympus Mon's comments. Otherwise, not gonna lie, you did this to yourself. I know! I know! Might actually be the best choice here. Okay, 16. Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't know how dumb I was being. Reaper is better than its spawning nukes, so I think it's very cool. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, keep the Reaper. Keep the Reaper. Keeper the Reaper. Reaper. Sub-vehicle when it is updated. In my defense, when we finish this thing, it's going to be really, really damn cool. Right, Seismotron's at 90%. Tiamat is at 97%. What is AI dead over there? Oh, the thunderclap. Yeah, we can still definitely do some de-lagging on the Tiamat, but like, let's be honest, this thing is dope as hell, and it's very wiggly. Is the Reaper here inspired with the Subnautical Leviathan? Don't think so. Hello, Titan. That jet sack needs to be fixed. Jet sack? What? Alright! Alright. I think that is a note on the Seismotron. Yeah, the jet scrotum. Yes, that does need to be fixed. That was definitely a rush thing. Also, the distances that we're doing is amazing. All right. Oh god, big lag. What fell off here? Ah, an entire gun fell off. And once again... Wow, the Tiamat might be one of the most nuke-proof things in the whole campaign at the moment. On the side of the draw. Not like the Blueprint Resolution. Honestly, I think the Tiamat is probably resolved what it's going to get without making a small change completely. I mean, yeah, I already have a note that we could probably make it a little bit smaller. It is within block count. It is exactly within block count limit. But we could probably dial it down a smidge. But yeah, I think this is the boss craft. Unless it... Hold on a minute. I want to throw it against the Almighty and see what happens. Also, how are we doing for... Yeah, nope, energy protection's fine. Yeah, Kovarex knows what they're doing with regards to stuff. Also, I really gotta, like, reverse engineer the target prio on that. I think those plasma shots should be faster. Well, it has a laser, yeah. I think the plasma is really like the artillery for stuff. And the Reaper, I think, finally bit the dust. Honestly, on the whole, I am happy with this. It definitely wins against the Seismotron, that's for sure. Now I want to throw it... Here's the thing. We're already going to go over time with me typing this, so let's just throw this against the big scary stuff. Let's throw it against the Permian and see what happens. I think the Seismotron is scarier than the Permian, though. Oh, speaking of, there we go. Spawned out on Haugen Confederation colors. Snek does win versus Almighty, I think. It's twice the cost. Yeah, that makes sense. I would guess the Almighty just can't kill fast enough 1v1. Hold on, just let me double check here. Boss flying... the boss flying temple. Ah. Oh, damn it, I forgot. I completely forgot that there were polls I was meant to do. Oh, well, no biggie. Yeah, there were polls for Parkside versus Asteroid and, like, changing the Stone Knight's green color. Screw it. I forgot. Whatever. Whatever. This campaign's not moving that fast anyway, and that's not a hard thing to change. Yeah, petition to maybe stick the Tiamat in the boss craft section for this. Okay. The boss craft is on this kind of question mark right now. Yeah, I found the ship you talking about. Tungsten Cube. Yeah, I think... Who was doing that? Random Top Hat was... just so people are aware of what's going on. So, there's one more Godly Thrustercraft, which is like John McFest was apparently working on that. But the boss craft, which is supposed to be like a flying temple-y thing, that is reserved for Random Top Hat, but we might just chuck the Tiamat in there, depending on what Random Top Hat is doing. Also, we really don't want to make anything bigger and more expensive than the Tiamat, because Deacon's Christmas, this thing is ridiculous. Oh, I forgot the Reaper does that. Although I think... Gonna be interesting. Nope, it's definitely not gonna win. That's a lot of plasma. Although that railgun on the Permian is probably the number one thing that could possibly, like, just split the Tiamat in half. This thing is really on fire. Reaper goes nom 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 nom. Oh, right. I kind of forgot that I turned the game speed down. And remembering the Permian absolutely needs more turning. If I use hover AI, if my craft can't strike... Nope, that's fine. It's got orange. 2,400 plasma firepower is a lot of damage. Yeah. Did the Almighty get removed today? Nope. The Almighty is probably going to be the time after next time. We were a little slow today. Slow work in progress. 3 mil, forget effectiveness, is boss level just by cost. Kind of goes in the boss craft slot by default. Yep. Indeed. Ah, the Permian is... Yeah, the Permian is driving faster because I think the Reaper's pushing it along, which is awkward. Very awkward. Oh dear. The Reaper's dead. Okay, Permian's at 90%, and it's never gonna hit the Tiamat at this distance. Never mind, it is gonna hit the Permian at this distance. I mean, Tiamat. What was I saying? Yeah, Permian's not looking happy. Yeah, well, part of the problem with the Tiamat is that... Oh, wow! Did it get hit in the face? I think it did. Part of the problem with the Tiamat is that it just... Oh. Wait, what's it doing? Does it have behavior? Right, circle at a distance. Nom, 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 nom. Is that a bit far? Not really. Whoop, I need to check that. That's a slow progress. That's the thing covers. He said, doesn't think the Tiamat makes a very poor shot because being one subject, it's vulnerable to critical resistance. That is true. So far, nothing we've tested is good against this thing. Do I dare? Alright, so I want to test things from the Metal Fleet against this thing, but the two things in mind have not featured on the... whatchamacallit, on the Nita Hardest playthrough, and I don't want spoilers. I want to see them in the... I pinged you in Discord whether there's an update at Almighty with the bots removed. Thank you. Oh, I see it. Almighty next week, huh? Well, probably, yeah. Why did you do it? Wait, what am I... What? Oh, dear. Oh, no. Chat is too fast. Yeah, the Permian is one of those from the ends episode that's really on because it doesn't turn so good. Yep, I wouldn't know anything about that. My canoe ass. Orange in the spreadsheet, I was wondering why. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Just friggin', like, you know, friggin'... I'm going to de-orange this until I actually get to look at it. And just make sure, like, oh my god, the Tiamat has fallen out of the sky. Oh, one of the AIs got taken out. Okay, case in point. Oh no! The snake! It's confused! Oh no! Well then. Okay, so Tiamat doesn't get to be Bosscraft. The cram fronts out of Gary? I doubt that. Nope. I think Gary has a good chance. I don't think so. You know what? Just for giggles, though. Gary is like a third of the cost of this thing, so I don't think that'll go well. I think I'm just freezes like ah! Put the maneuver on both mainframes. You make Gary a rushdown craft when it's facing moving target. It basically is a. It basically. Oh, what the hell? Oh right, repair bots. It has them. All right, just for giggles, I'm going to throw the Tiamat against a pair of Garys, just for giggles, because that's funny. And also, wait, no. I have enough notes on the Tiamat, I think. So let's go turn off auto propulsion. Alright, everyone look at the main menu for a second, and there'll be a little treat. We're gonna throw this against multiple Garys. Gary has extra breadboard, by the way, so I don't mind spoiling Gary a little bit. The extra breadboard courtesy of John McPhist, but I'm not gonna show you. That will wait until later. Let's do this. I'm just gonna remove that. Okay, Tiamat. The mat of Tia. And bookmark. Wait, no. Back down. Okay, then click and reset. It. Okay, then Tiamat. Oh yeah, I googled how to spell unnecessary. Alright then. Tiamat. Okay then. Alright, so this is 2024. Okay then. Okay, so there's that. That's not what I wanted to do. I need to actually copy my notes. Wah! 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 I'm Waluigi. I'm making a From the Depths custom campaign. It's really difficult. It's taken a really long time. Alright then. Okay, there we go. And post comment and like. You gotta remember that when I tell Kovraks to like like experiment to improve effectiveness, the Tiamat is gonna be really scary. Okay then. Alright then. Very good. Alright, as a treat, let us have this thing fight Gary. Granted might take 30 minutes to load. Border Grant is trying to load a 68 material on the laptop, and we don't know if it's like who's Border Grant? Oh yeah, top secret. Have you actually tested that, Brad? Let's say I have, and it seems to have worked out decently well. Breadboard stops turning the sub-objects. Stuck on the same screen for almost 10 minutes. Oh, Grant. Right. Border. Grant. Oh, right. Oh, that's Grant. Right. That's Grant. They are Grant. I mean, it did load the Olympus Mons at like 10 foot. It loaded. Grant, what are you doing? What am I doing? Alright, so let's load in the Tiamat, and we're going to load it on the Still My Presence, so it has actual... I don't think it has scuttle settings. And now we're going to load in a pair of Garys, because, you know, cost and stuff. We're going to go slightly over there, going to go over here. You get a sneaky peeky at what I'm up to over here. Gary Bearclaw, and just for giggles, we're going to spawn this in on Howard Confederation. This fight might be laggy as balls. Alright, Gary. Alright, Gary. Do not collide with anything. Please do not collide with each other. Right, so Gary has bread bowl. Let's see if you can identify it. Let's see what these crams do. Ah, there's a Reaper. The Reaper is currently... This is why it's good to take a friend with you. Uh-oh. Please no collisions. The good news is that Gary closes in faster than the Tiamat can turn and run away, so that's nice. Well, this is just inappropriate. Uh-oh. No, don't do it. Don't you do it. Uh-oh. 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 It is time for a slideshow. Brace yourselves. Crash position. Oh dear. Please no crash computer. He's sniffing the bottle. Dear God, to slow down. In Nane, you should be sorry. Look what we've done. Look what we've done. Oh no. How's our frame rate? Oh my God, no. No. Your face cam froze there for... Uh-oh. That's not good. It means everything is... Okay, this is bad. But otherwise, you've got yourself a room heater in place of your PC. How is this doing? Well then. Well... well... So, how you go... Oh! The FPS is 0! Oh no! Let's see how long it takes for that. No, it's 0.1! There's life! There's life! Oh gosh, the laser sound is just not stopping. Let me guess. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at seconds per frame. Yes. I want to see this play out. Either the game's gonna crash, or there's gonna be. Oh, I think there's some collision damage. Oh God, this is gonna be glorious when it happens. Chat, good time for a canoe if anyone wants to. Oh no, please, please no, please no. We're gonna be here forever. 24k firepower and assault missiles. Does anyone check if I run back to the bathroom? I've drank a lot of coffee. Also, literally nothing is happening. What an abomination. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh lordy, why do we do this? Well. This was a mistake, as it turns out. Nope, I'm committing. I'm committing. People asked for this. Well, so one person asked for this. So yeah, how's your guy going? I don't think this is going to resolve itself in the next hour. Bets? The game might have crashed. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Where do I want to be? I want to be here. Oh wait! Oh look! Movement happened! It moved! Yep, no, I think From the Depths has crashed. I'm gonna cut my losses. Yep! Okay, we've found out what happens when an indestructible object meets an unstoppable force. The game just goes like, I built a 50 million material once then and gave up. Never doing that again. Yep, nope, don't do that. I think I did see it advance 1 second. I think we're at minutes per frame. Yep, makes sense. Alright, enough of this silliness. This has been tremendously silly. Did I finish typing up over here? Yes, I did. Very good. I do need to do that, and just its functionality that we just need to do. Functionality only. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm done. I need to go lie down. That was too exciting. And also, I have editing to do. It's funny the Reaper shoved the enemy into his friend. Yep. Oh, that's why Gary didn't reverse. Because the Reaper was doing unspeakable things to his butt. Gonna guess that's not intended. I think my dad's throwing up right now. But this is more important. Oh no. Decided to make. Not gonna lie, since you mentioned the sail tanks, all the bones and all the falls, I've been looking forward to that. Well, I need to experiment then. Well, to be fair, I didn't mention sail tanks. I mentioned sail airships, which I have made before. But now I want sail tanks, so there you go. Anyway, let's rate. If you're watching this later on YouTube for more entertainment? ? Be sure to subscribe. Everyone go subscribe to the VOD channel. The link is somewhere. It's somewhere. It's easy to find, I swear. Let's rate Echo Boy Blue because they are streaming right now. Boy Blue. See you, Monster Kicker. See you, Inanne. See you, everyone. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. And they're playing Nebulous Fleet Command, and I'm gonna raid and run because I need to stop looking at screens for a second. Okay, then. All of you take care. See you tomorrow. We're probably not gonna get to the Almighty, but you know, I don't know. We'll get through something. Anyway, take care. Farewell. Bye.